How's everybody doing? Making soup today. So at the end of the year I had all these Jewel points, so I got a free roasted chicken from their rotisserie thing. So I'm gonna turn it into a little slow cooker chicken soup. So we are de-meating the bones of the chicken, I guess. Putting it in a bowl. Keep a few of the bigger bones there personally. I feel like that'll retain some flavor, but we're gonna make a nice hearty chicken soup. Trying to get all the good meat off the bones. Yes, we are in cooking mode again today. I personally leave the skin in. Lots of flavor in there, a little bit of extra fat content for sure, but I like how it contributes to a soup. Not feeling my best today. I'm a little under the weather, so making a soup should be just what the doctor ordered. This is already a fully cooked chicken, so I'm just going to slow cook it on a real low setting. And hopefully it'll be nice and tender with some vegetables and nothing too fancy, just a little chicken soup. Hello, Con Q5M. Thank you. Yeah, I'm excited. I think it's going to turn out real good. Been loving using my slow cooker. Very convenient, very easy to operate. Just set it and leave it, you know? We're just getting all the extra cartilage and bone out of here. We don't want that. Save for a couple of the bigger bones that might have a little bit of extra flavor in the slow cooking process. Yeah, some of these bones I leave in just for the slow cooker, and then I'll take them out when they're extra tender at the end. Yeah, this is just a roasted whole chicken. Ronnie, how you doing? Thanks for tuning in. We're making soup. I got a free chicken from Jewel with my reward points, so turning it into soup. I'm a little under the weather today, so this is definitely going to help. I like to keep some of this skin in there. Some people take it out for their soup, but I think it keeps a good amount of flavor, personally. We're just deboning, basically. How's everybody doing today, though? Like I said, I'm not feeling my best. A bit under the weather, to be honest. Ooh, some pho. Yes, I love pho. That sounds so good right now. Where do you get your pho from? Sorry to hear you're feeling sick, Ronnie. Seems like some shit's going around. I was working the other night and someone sneezed right on me, and I can't help but wonder if that's where I got this stupid little bug from. I'm not doing that bad overall. Last night I was feeling pretty lousy, but I slept and sweated it out, I think, a little bit. Had some really weird, vivid fever dreams. Yeah, I was like, seriously, you're gonna sneeze on me? Are you like 2 years old? So, not as much mystery of wondering where I got this from, because it seems like that's the likely culprit. You would think people would have like the basic. I know sometimes sneezes come out of nowhere, but you would think people, yeah, sneezed right on me, like within 2 feet of me. We were all like meeting, kind of discussing what we were going to do for. I basically work in entertainment, and we were discussing the New Year's Eve plan, and we were in a tight corridor, and this guy just sneezes on me. I'm like, "Are you kidding me right now?" And I've been a germaphobe in the past, and I tried to just like brush it off and be like, "I'll be fine." Now, of course, I'm feeling kind of crummy, so that's not good. Yeah, isn't that annoying? Now I have to miss a bunch of work because of it, which sucks. I'm gonna lose some money from being sneezed on, but oh well, I guess. I'll just try to take the time to recuperate. I appreciate that. Yeah, if I made the money back on YouTube, that would be sick. I am a long way from being at that point, but hey, one day at a time, right? What's everyone got cooking today? No pun intended, since I'm literally cooking here. But what's on the agenda for y'all? Appreciate y'all being tuned in with me here. Look at all that chicken. This is fully cooked already too, so just trying to tenderize it even more in the slow cooker. But it's not a matter of like doneness. It's just a matter of letting the flavors seep. And then I got a whole bag of vegetables. I feel that, Ronnie. Yeah. What type of symptoms have you had? Have you had like a fever or anything like that? I felt like I had a fever last night. Today, that part of it feels better, but I'm just kind of like achy overall. So it feels like a little bug of some sort. You know, I just know my body, and I know when I'm not right, and I can feel it right now. Just very low energy, headache, joints hurt. Got to get all that good meatiness off of here. I don't like to waste. This is going to be a nice meal prep for next week. I made some really good butter chicken, like an Indian style dish, in my slow cooker the other day that I've been working on too. But I'm feeling soup right now, as I haven't been like throwing up or anything, but I have had little waves of nausea as I'm like fighting this bug. So my appetite has not been, especially for something like butter chicken, has not been super high. Watery slime. Ooh, yeah. My throat was a little sore last night. That seems to have kind of subsided. I'm a little bit congested, but this is weird. I'm just like, just feeling kind of run down overall. Not any like really glaring symptoms for me. But again, we just know our bodies, most of us, and I can just tell that I'm not at my best. So I think I'm going to have to take the day tomorrow and recuperate. I did start feeling better once I had a little bit of espresso this morning, so that helped. But I was a little cautious to want to eat anything or put anything in my stomach because I had some very occasional waves of like feeling nauseous for a few minutes at different times last night as I was like shivering and feeling crummy. I hate being sick though. I mean, no one likes it, I'm sure, but really don't. Really not a fan. Do not recommend. Oh no. Sorry to hear that, Con. Not the motion tracking. That sucks. Hope that is a swift fix, and whatever you got to do for that. Getting all the good bites off this chicken that we can. All right, that's pretty much a whole rotisserie chicken. That is very frustrating. My sincerest apologies, dude. All right, so now we're gonna got the slow cooker here. Give you a piece, Ronnie? You are welcome to it, man. Okay. So, this is gonna be a simple soup. Got a bag of vegetables here. Just gonna fill our crock pot up with the veggies. Break some of these bigger pieces down. I just bought whatever was cheapest. I just wanted to make a cheap meal prep. I got the chicken for free. These veggies were on sale. I was like, if it's in the slow cooker, it's gonna turn out pretty good no matter what. So I'm working on a budget here. We just want to break these veggies down. Breaking down the big cauliflower pieces. This is going to turn out wildly tender by the time it's done. I'm looking forward to that. All right, now we add our chicken in. Lots of chicken in there, and we're gonna just mix it up after that. And then I will add some broth and all that goodness. We got a pretty good ratio of veggies to chicken though. Meow. I'm sorry about that VR, homie. That sucks. Shit happens sometimes. That is a bummer. Hope that is not too difficult of a fix. Gonna add some aromatics. Give this a little extra flavor. Got some cilantro. I love me some cilantro. Full sprigs in there. Again, I'm not putting a whole lot of effort into this soup, but the slow cooking process itself is just gonna do its thing. And let's see, I think I'm gonna add just a tiny bit of minced garlic and maybe some ginger. And then we will add our broth and let it cook for many hours. Broth, I have chicken stock. I feel like garbage. Basura. Minced garlic. Glad it still works. It's a relief. Ginger, where are you at? Appreciate it. Cheers, yo. Gotta be nice. If we're not nice, what else is there? Alright, I do not know where my ginger is, so I'll just use a little bit of ground ginger, I guess. Solo un poquito. I do have pets. I have a bunny, and I have some jumping spiders. And I actually have frogs, too. Pac-Man frogs. 3 of them. How about you? Ugh, can't talk. Ground ginger, little onion powder. All right, y'all. Oh, nice. What kind of dogs do you have? I love dogs. Huge dog person. Might have to go momentarily here. I may have my doorbell ringing. All right, y'all. Thanks for tuning in. I'm going to finish this soup and sign off. Have a good one.